G'day everyone, welcome to this edition of DURKO's Notebook for the 2023 Miami Grand Prix. Well, not much to talk about today, but it was certainly a sad day for motor racing overall, being that event that we were witness to. Anyway, I've got a few things I want to say about it. So pull up a pew, sit back, relax and enjoy the show. You wouldn't fucking read about it. So, Formula One has, for some reason, returned to Miami for the second time. I thought last year's event was enough to bloody say, righto, let's not go back there and bother with this shit again. So, the Miami International Autodrome, in my opinion, is one of the most bullshit, rubbish circuits we are witness to. I know I'm critical of the Baku City circuit, but this wins for me, hands down. 5.4 kilometres of the most uninteresting 19 corners we can be witness to in terms of a venue to go and have a Formula One motor race. I just can't see the point of it. It's just a rubbish layout. There's no challenging corners. I mean, I put it out there and say to anyone who's watching this, please tell me what is the most challenging or best corner on that whole circuit, because I can't see one. There's just nothing interesting about it. It's a whole gimmick, the way it's set up. It is just a joke. I'm bordering on saying it is almost the death of the sport going to this venue. It is just pathetic. Anyway, that's my rant over. So, during the course of the weekend, Leclerc had a big off in quali, and he parked his Scuderia into the wall at high speed. And when he was going around and around, I thought this is going to be a massive accident, but he managed to just lock it up somehow and only parked it into the wall and did minimal damage compared to what I thought he was going to do. I thought he was just going to absolutely write the car off, but he didn't. Now, Hamilton had a funny incident because he almost went up the back of one of the Haas cars. Now, I don't know why, but he was coming along the back straight, coming to the tight left-hander. And he must have been just asleep at the wheel or something, because he just almost, the Haas was in front of him trying to take the corner. They've gone across a bit, and Hamilton's just like, shit, I can't fit in that bit of real estate. I think he may have clobbered the wall slightly, but it was just a bit of a scratch-your-head moment. Okay, I thought Hamilton would have more nous than that to see that incident coming, or being arriving at the scene of that accident. So that was it. Now, just to cap off the icing on the cake for just how shit this event was all the pre-race stuff. I mean, I enjoyed Martin Brundle's grid walk. I find them quite funny at times, because he meets all these celebrities that nobody knows about who shouldn't be there in the first place because they're just wasting time. But we witnessed Jackie Stewart trying to get hold of Roger Federer to bring him over to Martin so we could have a quick chat with him. And him getting accosted by the security guards and whatever else was just hilarious, because clearly they're not briefed on who a three-time world champion is from the previous history of F1. And they're just trying to sideline Jackie to say, no, sorry, you can't be here, sir, but Jackie can go where he wants to. The other thing that I think was absolutely probably the most cringeworthy moment I've seen was James Smith, aka LL Cool J, calling the drivers' names out as they entered onto the grid. I just can't get over that gimmick. I mean, we saw the wrestling announcement, boxing announcement, whatever you want to call, back in Coda a few years ago, and they sidelined that pretty quickly because of the critical feedback it copped. But I mean, the drivers have said, and there's been a shitload of feedback on social media today saying from people that they were embarrassed by, or just thought the thing that LL Cool J did was just beyond a joke. They just don't want to see it. So, I don't know, they're just got to stop doing that stuff. The race itself, probably one of the most boring, unexciting races I've probably ever watched. I've got to give credit, though, to Max. It was a brilliant drive from him to start ninth and then win the race. I read one stupid comment today. Somebody said, there needs to be an inquiry and investigation into why this Red Bull is so fast. Well, it's one factor of motorsport racing is called dominance, and that's simply what Red Bull are doing at the moment, is they're just dominating the sport. Ferrari did it years ago. Williams did it years ago. Red Bull have done it before. Merck have done it. We could see, with what Alonso is doing at the moment, Aston Martin come along as the next big thing and potentially overtake Red Bull. But we've got to see if that happens or not. it might be just they're playing second fiddle for the rest of the season at Aston Martin to chase the Red Bulls down. But the time will come where Red Bull, their luck dies in the arse, and another team will come along and pick up the bat and run with it, and they'll be the dominant winning team again. So it swings and roundabouts in terms of the way it works. It's just the way the circus goes with F1. So Anthony Jenkins made a great comment after the race. He said, what's going on with Lance Stroll? I mean, he's in the same machinery as Alonso, as a two-time world champion. But the question's got to be asked, sure, he's a teammate to Nando, but why is he not delivering at the same pace, the same rate, keeping up with him? I mean, you can see Chico's keeping up with Max. Russell's got into Hamilton's head, so to speak. K-Mag and Hulk, they're swapping, getting good results around. But why I can't work out is why Stroll, well, I can work it out, I can tell you, because he's not as good a driver as Nando by a long shot, but he needs to deliver to the same level as what his teammate Nando is, because Stroll's just struggling. And I mean, as Anthony Jenkins said, when's the time going to come that Lawrence is going to have to pull his son aside and have the father-son chat and say, mate, look, you're going to get sidelined for a bit, or you're going to find a drive somewhere else yourself, because I can't keep investing and getting no return on investment for you as my son being in this seat, occupying it, when I could have another driver in there delivering better results for him as the team owner at least. So that's it for this weekend's Miami Grand Prix. Certainly not a lot to talk about, but thankfully in 2 weeks' time we'll be going back to Europe and going to an actual racing venue that is designed for racing Formula One cars on. All I can say is think that is going to be happening. So anyway, if you've gotten this far, I'll say thank you for watching. That was the Miami Grand Prix for 2023. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.